Hey guys, welcome back to Glam Finds, and I'm here with another fragrance review from Alhambra under the Lattafa umbrella. This time it's going to be Kismet Moscow. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about this. So this is supposed to be a clone of Vodka on the Rocks, which I don't have a sample of, so I'm not going to compare it. I've smelled it, but it has been almost a year, so I don't feel like I want to compare it at all. I'm going to go ahead and review this as a standalone fragrance this time. I try to do like decants and stuff, but I really wanted to talk about this because I had a really good experience with it so far. And the other day I noticed that something that I'm going to talk about in a second, I was like, I should probably tell people about this before it gets hyped and then it gets really expensive, because, you know, when it gets hyped, it just kind of starts selling out everywhere. And then now it's like, you know, double the price. I'm gonna stop going on my rant, but I found the notes to this on a website called noon.com. It wasn't on a lot of other websites. It's obviously not on Fragrantica yet. So it says the top notes are grape, fruit, and malt. Heart notes are chestnut, green cardamom, and eucalyptus. And then the base, birch tree, cashmere wood, and tobacco leaf. Now, there is no obvious grapefruit note in here at all. But green cardamom and eucalyptus and probably that cashmere wood you're probably gonna smell. What this really smells like is a really refreshing but slightly floral fragrance. Yeah, it has like this really refreshing kind of clean citrus note in it. So it does kind of smell like they are going for the Vodka on the Rocks DNA. But let's talk a little bit more about that. So it's nice, clean, slightly floral, but not like feminine floral, not like, you know, rose, not tuberose, none of that stuff. This is a clean floral. I'm telling you, you're really gonna get that that green cardamom. You're gonna get, I mean, at least I'm smelling that like eucalyptus vibe. It smells good, and it smells a little bit more upscale. And honestly, in the dry down, I was getting whiffs of kind of almost like this soapy clean feel, which at first I didn't realize it was me, but I was like, man, I wonder what that is. And then I was like, you know what, I usually spray the top of my hand, but like over my wrist, because I want to smell it on myself throughout the day, and I obviously can't, you know, turn and smell my own neck. So I'll smell it and I'm like, oh, okay, it's drying down and it's kind of getting this really soapy clean feel, at least on my skin. That's what ended up happening, but you still got like the florals and that little bit of like refreshing nature of the fragrance, but it just had like a really clean vibe. So to me, I actually really like that. Again, for what it's for, I liked it a lot. And I want to talk about the performance, because that's not something, the first time I sprayed this, I sprayed a whole bunch. So it was inside the house too, and I was like, oh, it barely lasts. Second time I sprayed this, I sprayed 3 sprays to the neck, and then I hit myself on the top of the hand, kind of over the wrist, but from the top, just so I could see how it went throughout the day. I got wafts of this throughout the entire day, over a work day, and that threw me off, because if I'm smelling it, that means it's still there. So in terms of longevity, over 8 hours, and just honestly, for me, it was around the 10-hour mark, if not slightly more, and that was kind of a surprise to me. In terms of projection, not beast, not by any means, but sillage was really nice. Yeah, and for the price point, this scent cloud that you're gonna get, really, really nice. Again, those of you that are looking for a beast mode fragrance, do not look here. In fact, there's a lot of clean floral fragrances that I would honestly recommend against. If you're looking for a beast mode, that's not typically what you're gonna get out of the clean floral fragrances. And again, this is like a citrusy, kind of like, it's supposed to just be a really refreshing, uplifting fragrance, and that's what you're gonna get from it. It smells really good, and I'm just gonna say, I really think the performance for this type of fragrance is really good. Like, I didn't even care to get more than 8 hours. I didn't even care to get 8 hours, because for what I'm gonna be really using this for over the summer and the spring, I don't need that much time. But honestly, it was a really pleasant surprise. And in terms of who can wear this, absolutely unisex and absolutely no age. But again, it doesn't have a ton of sweet notes. It has like this nice, refreshing, clean nature. Yeah, I think that it's likely that maybe if you're looking for something more youthful, this isn't going to be it, but I can imagine this really smelling good on pretty much anyone. Just think about those notes, and if they interest you, this is probably going to be for you. So, I mean, that's at least my opinion. In terms of when you could wear it, absolutely a spring, summer fragrance. I wouldn't really put it on in fall or winter. I don't think it's going to do too much for you, but a date, for me, more daytime, but you can absolutely rock it at nighttime, because if it's hot, it's going to do you really well. And I think that in terms of where you could wear it, I would dress this up just a little bit. You could totally wear it casually. And by I mean, you could wear it casually, but you could dress it down like raggedy t-shirt, but I would recommend against wearing a raggedy t-shirt in general. So I would say maybe a nice button down, maybe a nice, just something. This is one of those fragrances that, again, I just feel like goes with a nice white v-neck, white button down, white sundress, something like that. Just nice, clean vibes. That's really what I'm trying to say. Bright. That's how I see this fragrance being used. Again, occasions, it's going to be like a nice day outside, like a brunch, but you could dress this up too and like wear it to the office, especially during the day. I feel like it's not very offensive, but I think that you probably can overspray this. Also, I will say this, if you really go to smell it, I get like a little bit of like a lemonade-y vibe. I don't know if that's like, yeah, it's like a refreshing drink vibe. And I think that that's what they were going for, but it smells really good, really refreshing, really clean, and really easy to dress up, and really, really easy for me to recommend to you guys. So I almost didn't buy this because I was like, I gotta stop buying these fragrances. But I'm like, you know what? I'm only buying them to review, so you know, it's not really my fault. So I'm comfortable recommending this to you guys, especially if you're looking for something like that. Do not overspray, because this is another one where I've worn a few sprays and it actually did me a lot better in terms of being able to smell myself, as long as I kept it away from my nose, than overspraying it. So I have gone completely away from overspraying, which overspraying I did more during, you know, the pandemic when we were masked up and 6 feet away from each other. I'm going less and less, so I'm kind of trying to gravitate towards just 2 sprays if I can, and then 1 on the hand, so 3 sprays total. Because you know what? I feel like that's going to be a good enough representation of a fragrance to me. And a lot of times with these Middle Eastern fragrances, that's too much. So I'm sticking with that, and it's working. And with this one, I'm telling you, I got more performance than I expected. Compliments, I didn't get any. I don't tend to get them with anything with this vibe, like the clean, kind of floral, refreshing. I think it smells amazing though, and I think in the summer it might be a different situation. I get them with more like the really sweet fragrances, or like anything with tonka. That seems to be, you know, it does the trick. Ambroxan tends to do the trick as well. And now you put tonka and Ambroxan together, you get a blue fragrance, but you also get something that's complete people pleaser. I was gonna say you get toxic, but that's neither here nor there. Anywho, so the price of this, I paid under $30. If it's still available, which it was last time I checked, I'm gonna link it down below. If you've tried this fragrance, comment down below. If you've tried this fragrance and you own Vodka on the Rocks, comment down below, because again, I just didn't get a chance to order the decant prior to trying this, to try them side by side. But even if you're just buying this fragrance, I think it's a really nice fragrance. Like, not everything has to be a clone, and a lot of times with Lattafa, it's more of a twist than a clone. So I almost feel like I should be reviewing them all as twists anyways. As always, thank you guys for watching. Remember to like this video if you liked it, be subscribed to my channel, hit that notification bell to get notified to drop another video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!